Evening all, hope you've had a nice start to the week. It's been a few days. It's the longest we've not chatted for ages. Again, looking in the comments, evening to Tom, Sophie, Caroline, Grandma, Bubba and Grandad, Michelle, Alice and Samuel, Judith and Stephen. It's just Danielle today from the West. She's lost the rest of her teammates to the football. But good luck to the team. Karen Hyman and the family in Manchester. We've got Holly, who's been missing the quiz. Well, we've been missing you too. We've got Neve as well. Aunt Cheryl and Uncle Simon are in New York. Danielle's hoping that they're going to win too, otherwise it'll be a grumpy Martin. My parents are here. There we go. Right, it is 8 o'clock on Wednesday, and so that means it is now time for our general knowledge of our stay-at-home quiz. And then on Sunday we have our themed one. Halfway through this evening's round, we will go to our vote for our theme for Sunday. So we took 4 of the themes that you nominated last Sunday, and we will put them to the vote halfway through. So I won't tell you what they are just yet, but halfway through I will reveal all. Alright, let's get started then, and I'll do more shout-outs as well as we go through with question number 1. Solar power generates electricity from what source? Not the most difficult question to start with, but everyone deserves a point. Solar power comes from what source? That is question number 1. Question number 2. Which vitamin are carrots particularly rich in? Which vitamin are carrots particularly rich in? Don't understand that comment, Josh. Surely your brain is here if you've commented. What did you comment with if you didn't comment with your brain? Evening to Claire, hope you had a nice week so far. Evening Rachel. Caitlin as well. Caitlin and Josh teaming up, half a brain each. Question number 3. What animal is the centre of the Porsche logo? What animal is at the centre of the Porsche logo car? The brain is M. Okay, now that makes perfect sense. No, I do understand that now. You're a teammate down. Next question, question number 4. Hey, the carrot one should have done you well, Josh. Question number 4. What is Einstein's formula for his theory of relativity? Write out the formula for me. What is Einstein's formula for his theory of relativity? Some call it the most beautiful equation of all time. Some don't. Question number 5, double points. Celebrity faces. Let's see if you can recognise these 2. The background there makes me think of The Sound of Music, but that's not a clue. One point for each of those faces. You're quite right, Martin. It is all relative, really. Question number 6. In which country were Werther's Originals invented? In which country were Werther's Originals invented? I love a good Werther's Original. I don't like the chewy ones, though. If you had the chewy ones as well, they're just not the same. They're not good enough. But the hard-boiled sweet version, oh, they're very nice. Very nice indeed. Question number 7. Which European country has the longest coastline? Which European country has the longest coastline? I've got a fun answer for this one. Once we get to the answers, it's not the correct answer, but it's an answer that I rather like. But we'll get to that. We'll get to that later. Question number 8. It's our Itty Bitty word game. So see if you can find it. Your clue today is no longer in control. There is an 8-letter word somewhere in this grid. See if you can find it. Evening to Jane. No longer in control. Let's go through to question number 9 then. Let's see what it is. Who wrote War and Peace? I've never read it. Who wrote War and Peace? I've heard it's quite a long book. Not that I've got anything against long books. It's just this one didn't appeal. Ooh. That is a very good clarification there, Caitlin. I shall consult my answers. I would like you to only have a country which is only in Europe. Yes, it's totally within Europe. All parts of this country are European. There we go. Good clarification. Question number 10. Double points. Can you name this film and the year that it was released? Can you name the film and the year that it was released? This is a film that even I've watched. This was, I believe, a birthday present from Tom. Oh, Claire's saying the War and Peace TV series was very good. I didn't know they made it into a TV series. Question number 11. Who was the president of the USA when Israel was founded? Who was the president of the USA when Israel was founded? Question number 12 coming up is our flags question. 5 points for it if you can. See if you can name all of these. There's at least one there that I know you're going to get. The easy one. I think maybe actually there are probably two easies, and then there are the rest. But I know you've definitely got 1 point straight away. Oh, do you remember the TV being rolled into classes on the big wheels? Well, the wheels weren't that big, the TV was. Yeah, I remember that. Primary school, I remember the teachers had to book the TV to have it rolled into the class. By secondary school, every classroom had a projector in it. It's transformed. It's a different world. We had one teacher, I won't name him, but I think he just enjoyed watching the films. He didn't really care what we thought. And so we always used to watch films, and they were always military films, because he was obsessed with the military. He was an English teacher. That's all we ever watched. Military films. I asked him once, I said, are we going to learn any English? Are we going to read a book? All we do is watch films about the army. Told me to stop being cheeky. Blankety blank, question number 13. Can you fill in the 2 missing words in this song? Sing us a song, you're the something man. Sing us a song tonight. We're all in the mood for a something, and you've got us feeling alright. Let's see if you can fill in those 2 blanks. I'm sure you can. Caitlin's wondering if we're old enough to say that we're showing our age now. Well, Danielle's classrooms had blackboards in them, but she does also remember the TV. One of my classrooms had a blackboard in because the teacher refused to allow them to replace it. I remember I've forgotten his name. It begins with G, Mr. G. I remember that much. His wife was also a teacher at the school. She was the art teacher and he was a maths teacher. He was brilliant, actually, but I remember the blackboard in there because he refused. He was the only classroom. Anyway, right, sing us a song, you're the something man. Sing us a song tonight. We're all in the mood for a something, and you've got us feeling all right. No extra points, Josh, but do put it down. It's nice to know things, so put down everything you know. That's what I was doing quizzes. 14. Roxy, Billy, and Amos are characters in what show? Roxy, Billy, and Amos are characters in what show? Question number 15 is our singing computer. Well, we've had a few days without our singing computer. In fact, it has been exactly a week since the computer last sang a song, and so I know that she is dying to warm up those vocal cords for us. Let's have a listen to this. For 2 points, name the song and the original recording artist.
They say Spain is pretty, though I've never been. Well, Daniel says it's the best place that he's ever seen. Oh, and he should know, he's been there enough. Lord, I miss Daniel. Oh, I miss him so much.
Probably not the most difficult, but you never know. I will play it again for you. If you didn't get it the first time, it's a great song.
They say Spain is pretty, though I've never been. Well, Daniel says it's the best place that he's ever seen. Oh, and he should know, he's been there enough. Lord, I miss Daniel. Oh, I miss him so much.
Look at that, everyone's comparing their blackboard experience at school. Judith only had blackboards, Neve had blackboards too, Caitlin had blackboards. Look at that. Yeah, backwards north of the Watford Gap, yes. Question number 16. Let's take a look at this. In which decade did Elvis Presley die? In which decade did Elvis Presley die? Well, it's questionable. This is to my mum. It's questionable whether that's your song or whether that's my song, or whether it's a shared song. And an update from my sister. She says that there were blackboards in most of her 6 schools, but there were whiteboards in the last school. She tried every school in the local area just to see whether they use blackboards or whiteboards. Question 17. Take a look at this pretty little city. Can you name it? And can you name the country that it is in? So name the city and the country, please. Does look nice. There we go. Next one, number 18. The Channel Tunnel goes under what body of water? The Channel Tunnel goes under what body of water? Question number 19. We're still on Sheldon or Sheldon't this week. So Sheldon or Sheldon't, you're looking to find out, is this a quote from Sheldon Cooper in The Big Bang Theory? Lizard poisons Spock. Spock smashes scissors. Scissors decapitates lizard. Is this a quote from Sheldon Cooper or not? 50-50 you say. Lizard poisons Spock. Spock smashes scissors. Scissors decapitates lizards. And finally, question number 20. Double points as always. Take a look at this. It's a dingbat. Now the king bat isn't here tonight because the football's on. See if you can work it out. Double points for it. Can you solve the dingbat? My Heart Fred. Oh, Neve was supposed to be in that picture in September. Oh. Yeah, next year. Hopefully next year. If not next year, then I think we've all got bigger problems, it seems. But hopefully. September's looking unlikely, isn't it? I just saw actually in my emails this afternoon, I got an email from one of those flight clubs saying really cheap flights to that particular place around Christmas, New Year. £550 for a return flight. That is cheap. The issue is you don't know if you're actually going to be able to take the flight. Alright, just a couple of seconds more with this dingbat on the screen. My hot Fred, see if you can work it out. Caitlin thinks she has. Alright, so just before we start to go through the answers, we are going to start our vote as well. So we got our next quiz on Sunday, so we're now doing Wednesdays for our general knowledge quiz, Sundays for our themed quiz. That means we've got a vote tonight to pick our theme for Sunday. So 4 options, they were all nominated by you on last Sunday, and I shall open up the poll for us. As always, the rules are that the computer will only take your first vote, so have a think about what you want to vote for before you put in that vote. If you've got more than one person on an account, then you're going to have a discussion before you vote, because it will only take your first option. Here we go then, these are your options this week. To vote, you put exclamation mark vote, and then a space, and then the number, and here are the options. Option number 1 is royals. Option 2, music. Option 3, vegans. And option 4, non-verbal reasoning. They are your 4 options. See what you think and pop in your votes into the comments using exclamation mark vote, then a space, and then the number. 1 for royals, 2 for music, 3 for vegans, and 4 for non-verbal reasoning. See what you think, and I look forward to finding out at the end of the quiz which one of those has won. Alright, let's start to go through the answers whilst you're doing that. Question number 1. Solar power generates electricity from what source? Solar power generates electricity, of course, from the sun. The sun. 1 point for sun. In order to vote, exclamation mark, then the word vote, then a space, and then the number 1, 2, 3, or 4. Question number 2. Which vitamin are carrots particularly rich in? They are particularly rich in vitamin A. That is the answer. Vitamin A for carrots. I'm getting a little bit nervous about your votes here. We shall see by the end which one has actually won. But I might regret putting a couple of these in as options. Question number 3. What animal is in the centre of the Porsche logo? I saw a Porsche actually just last week. The answer is a horse. A horse. Number 4. What is Einstein's formula for his theory of relativity? It is the most famous one. It's E equals mc squared. E equals mc squared. How many points for a shout out? Judith asks. It is 1 point. 1 point for your shout out tonight. 1 point. And if you haven't had your shout out, make sure you pop something in the comments and get your shout out. It gets you 1 point further up the leaderboard. Question number 5. Celebrity faces. Can you recognise these two? Can you name them? On the left-hand side is James May, and on the right-hand side is Ellen DeGeneres. James May and Ellen DeGeneres. Question number 6. In which country were Werther's Originals invented? They were invented in Germany. I thought they were a British sweet. I thought Mr. Werther, I assumed he came from up north somewhere, but no, he comes from Deutschland. It's Werther's Originals. Number 7. Which European country has the longest coastline? The correct answer is Norway. Though, my fun answer for this one, you might not find it as fun as I find it. My fun answer to this one is that you could technically say all of them. Because technically speaking, every country has an infinitely long coastline. because you can just keep changing the instrument of measurement to get smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. Because if you then measure each of the tiny little indents of a rock, the country's coastline would be way longer than if you just did it. Anyway, I find that really fun. I think that probably says more about me. Question number 8, Itty Bitty Word Game. Can you find the 8-letter word somewhere in this grid? The clue was no longer in control. And here's your answer. The answer is hijacked. Hijacked. No longer in control. You've been hijacked. Question number 9. Who wrote War and Peace? The answer to that is Leo Tolstoy. Leo Tolstoy. Question number 10. Name the film and the year that it was released. This is called The Truman Show. The Truman Show. And the year, probably the harder part, is 1998. 1998. Judas says it's a strange theory and Stephen thinks that I'm broken. you might be right. Question number 11. Who was the president of the USA when Israel was founded? The answer is Harry S. Truman. Harry S. Truman. Something of a forgotten president, I feel. Truman. Number 12. 5 flags. If you can name them all, you get 5 points for it. Please take as many points as you get flags correct. Here we go. The obvious ones, well, it's Canada on the right. And in the middle, you've got Australia. The others, we've got Malaysia, we've got Syria, and South Sudan. So there you go. Well done if you got all 5. Australia, Canada, Malaysia, Syria, and South Sudan. If you got all 5, very impressive. Question number 13. Sing us a song, you're the something man. Sing us a song tonight. We're all in the mood for a something, and you've got us feeling all right. You get 2 points for both of those blanks there. So the answers are piano and melody. Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Sing us a song tonight. We're all in the mood for a melody, and you've got us feeling all right. Question number 14. Roxy, Billy, and Amos are characters in what show? The answer to that one is Chicago. They're all characters in Chicago. I know a few of you who would have got that one right. Question number 15, a singing computer. So let's have another listen to the computer having a little sing-song this evening.
They say Spain is pretty though I've never been. Well, Daniel says it's the best place that he's ever seen. Oh, and he should know. He's been there enough. Lord, I miss Daniel. Oh, I miss him so much.
Well, the answer to that one, I think, is pretty obvious. It is Daniel, which even come up in the lyrics. It's Daniel and Elton John is the original artist. So Daniel and Elton John. Question number 16. In which decade did Elvis Presley die? Well, the exact year was 1977. So if you put the 1970s, you've just got yourself a point. 1970s. Number 17. Name the city and the country from this skyline picture. This is Sydney in Australia. You can see the Sydney Opera House in the left-hand side. Of course, the Sydney Harbour Bridge. So you go, Sydney and Australia. Question number 18. The Channel Tunnel goes under what body of water? Well, it's question number 18, so you never have to think too hard. It's the Channel. The Channel. I will accept the English Channel as well, but if you just put the Channel, you've got yourself a point. Number 19. Sheldon or Sheldon't. Lizard poisons Spock. Spock smashes scissors and scissors decapitates lizard. Is this a quote from Sheldon Cooper in The Big Bang Theory? It is. It is. He's come up with an alternative way of playing rock, paper, scissors. This is a quote from The Big Bang Theory and from Sheldon Cooper. And here we go. The dingbat. My Heart Fred. You get 2 points if you've solved this one correctly. So if you have solved the dingbat correctly, you get 2 points. What does it mean, My Heart Fred? Well, today it is a man after my own heart. A man after my own heart. Well done if you worked that one out. Fred being the man, And the my heart being your own heart. So, man after my own heart. 2 points if you worked out the double point puzzle at the end. I mean, Fred's after my heart is an idea. It's not quite the famous saying, but but maybe it's a saying that I haven't heard of before. All right, so it is now time for us to tally up those scores. Remember, 1 point for that shout out, 2 points for the bonus one at the end. And whilst you're doing that, I'm going to check which of our options has won the poll tonight. Though I'm slightly concerned that Streamlabs... Do you remember right at the beginning Streamlabs did this? And it's not registered any of your votes. Which is very, very weird. Isn't that peculiar? Because I saw you doing your votes. I think... Unless it... I think I'm going to have to manually count all of your votes. Oh. Streamlabs has woken up. Oh, how weird. What is it doing? That is bizarre. So, according to Streamlabs... None of you have voted. Now, I know that's not true because I saw your votes. So that is most bizarre. I will count your votes one by one. Oh my gosh! I will have to count those votes one by one, and we will see quite why Streamlabs was having a momentary hiccup. It's only done that once before to us, hasn't it? There we go. Right, let's see your scores. 21, and it's just Josh in that team tonight. Wow, well done, Josh. 21 points. 21 for Caitlin as well. 20 with the Hyman family in Manchester. Good scores, actually. 21 for Claire. 21 for Auntie Cheryl, Uncle Simon. 15 for Caroline. Tough one tonight. 16 for my parents. 26 for Michelle, Samuel and Alice. 16 for Jane. 15 for Tom. 20 for Neve. 20 for Bubba and Grandad as well. Caitlin had suspicions that Streamlabs was messing up tonight. Yeah, very strange. 17 for Rachel. 20 for Danielle. And she didn't have her teammates either tonight. 14 for Grandma. A late hello from Munich. That's Daniel and Adrian. No points, but they said hello. So evening to you. 27. Wow, 27 for Judith. 27. Nah, look at that. Daniel coming in. 27 in Munich, having just joined at the end. They got caught in a thunderstorm and missed the quiz. Well, you deserved that thunderstorm now, didn't you? Deserved that. It's looking like 27 is the winning score. 27 with Judith there. So well done indeed. Judith, 27 points wins it. I am going to have to count manually, unbelievably, I'm going to have to count manually your votes for our theme on Sunday. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to check back on the channel and I will load up the quiz ready for Sunday. It's going to be 8 o'clock on Sunday. 8 o'clock on Sunday night. And I will load it up early. Maybe tomorrow I'll put it up so you'll know exactly what the theme is going to be. Fingers crossed for you that it's whatever you voted for. And I'll be having stern words with Streamlabs over its disappointing support role in this evening's count. But that's okay. Well done to Judith and Stephen. We forgot to of course give full credit to each team member. So Judith and Stephen for their win tonight. And looking forward to seeing you on Sunday evening at 8 o'clock for whatever theme you have chosen that we don't just know quite yet. Thank you very much for playing. Have a lovely end of the week in the meantime. And I will see you on Sunday. See you then. Bye.